Also my technical difficulties. So let me see if I am, yeah, everything seems okay. Okay, I'm sharing my screen, yeah. And so yeah, it is just so difficult to actually stream and at the same time focus on coding after I did that yesterday. In 5 minutes I solved all the issues that I have with the MCP stuff. So yeah, so let's try to continue today from there. Let's see. Let me open my VS Code. I hope that I am streaming. Honestly, it's just a mess. So yeah, also I was checking like what kind of clients, MCP clients, can actually support the MCP, and found out like VS Code is one of the main ones. There are a bunch of them, but honestly it doesn't seem like mainstream. So I guess I'm gonna start just with the VS Code. All right. So this is my existing SaaS application. Where did it go wrong yesterday? So basically in the program I missed two things. So the first thing is I missed this namespace was, no, sorry, not a namespace, but I missed an extra package. So the package was this model context protocol.ASP.NET Core. Because I am not using the hosting extensions directly, what I'm doing is like just using the Blazor, which use ASP.NET Core. So that was the first thing. Then I added this. So this is my class, which I'm gonna define all the MCP tools, and then this is the services. Sorry, I'm not monitoring the chat. Sorry. Okay, cool. So and then I just add the MCP server and the HTTP transport protocol. And this is the thing that I was missing, but I was, you know, I was super nervous, but I was adding this after the run, and of course it's not gonna take it. It doesn't show any error though, and it needs to be before and now after this everything working. So this will add the MCP server, which with a protocol that is called SSE, to my application. And then I can start coding. So let's just test it a little bit so I can show you what I did. Let me go to the MCP tools. This is what it exposed the magic to Copilot. Honestly, I got super excited yesterday. Yeah. So let me just add here like a placeholder. So let's say that I want to obtain all my social accounts that I have registered in VocalCat. So I will just add here something. Let's say that I have Facebook, and then Twitter, and then Mastodon, and then LinkedIn, and whatever, right? So this is gonna return that. And then, if you remember, I needed to add, oh, we can do it from 0. All right. So now let me start the server first. That song is cool. I love that song. Haven't heard that before. So I will start the whole VocalCat. Oh, there was another thing that I missed. So I think for some reason, and this is something I need to figure out, the client GitHub was really adamant to use HTTPS, which is cool, but for some reason it was not recognizing my my certificate. So what I did is like I just avoid HTTP redirection and HTTPS, and yeah, so that actually helped. Right, so from here we do .NET Watch, and we start all this way. Oh, now I have 3 viewers in LinkedIn. Maybe that's a record. Maybe that's my record. I don't have water here. Where's my water? Okay, wait a second. I need to grab my water. An edge device is in the back. I have another computer here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 computers here, but I'm using just one to do the whole thing of streaming, and it is just slower. So I need to figure out a nice setup here. Probably I will connect one camera to one computer, and then that computer do the streaming, and then work in another. But then how do I share my desktop? I don't know. And I am multi-streaming right now to YouTube and LinkedIn. I think YouTube is not good, but desktop. I don't know. And I am to my new server, and I love it. because let me show you. This is my new server. This is my own cast. So this is my own Twitch, and I can, I don't know, like do the whole stuff, like modify the appearance of it. I can do whatever I want. You can also follow this in the Fediverse. I guess someone here, it's one person is there, so it's super cool. Priceless, sell that. Okay, and so yeah, I like it. Anyway, so hi to the Fediverse, to that one people that is there, and to the 3 that are in LinkedIn. This is still not started, so let's review the MCP tools and then start implementing that while. So what I want to do, I want to use GitHub Copilot, and at the same time, maybe I am coding, maybe I am doing something, and then select something and say to Copilot, hey, share this to LinkedIn. Super cool, right? For coders. So what I need to like do is create this API of VocalCat for Copilot. So that's basically what MCP is. It is a protocol that allows you to connect any API to a Copilot. So I will create a few methods. So the first one is going to be get social accounts, and the second one is going to be create content. So now, and I don't want to go there first, but in VocalCat you create one content, and then that content gets optimized to different media server platforms. So I'm gonna add the description. The description here is super important because that is what provides the context to the Copilot to know if that thing can use that specific tool for something. So in this case, it's like post or create a new content for share in social networks. And then I'm guessing, I don't know how I will receive here thing, so I don't know, probably I will put the payload, I'm not sure, and I will write the payload in the console. That's how we debug in these times. Then I also realized that you need to always return a string. I was trying to return other kind of stuff and it was not working, and it's like, let's return something like success. Posting with ID before. Check it out here, and then a link, right? Let's see, my server already started. That took a lot of time. There is no target type. 19 target type. Oh, yeah, I guess it is not smart enough to know like the type. Let's just do this and restart. Ooh, I have 2 people from the Fediverse. That's cool. Let's see. LinkedIn. Oh, still 3 people there. So 5. That is a record. That is really a record. Maybe I should stop streaming to YouTube because it doesn't say that it has like a nice stream. Anyway, so let's try to add the server. But it's not gonna look cool if I don't start it. Can you see my logo here? It's nice, right? I like the raccoon, but I guess it has too much colors and stuff. I made another logo that is just black and white, and then some 1 zeros with red. And I like that more. It is in the own cast. Alright, let's see. It is still built-in, and I don't pretend this streaming to be super informational. I just want to hang out and see how it is, the streaming thing for other people, you know, creating community. But I need a more powerful computer, so maybe I need to start saving for some real computer. I think this is not a nice processor or anything. It it is taking a lot of time. Let me see if I can do something for speeding that up. Oh, you know what? I have another MCP server running. That's why. Let me close that. I have 3 SSH. Then I have the OB stream. Okay. It's taking a lot of time. So now let's start like adding the MCP server. So how do you add the MCP server? There are several ways, but one way is click here and make it agent more. And then these are all the tools. You can click on add more tools and then say I want to add my MCP server. You can see that this is actually super slow because it should have shown something here. Okay, add MCP server. It's not adding. By the way, the server started. Tomorrow I will try with a different computer. It's just too slow. Okay, so I will try to do it here. I will open a new VS Code. Hope that my computer doesn't hate me. It is hating me now. Probably those tabs that I have. I don't know if you are okay. I will close almost all the tabs because this is really not working. My computer is really not working. So okay. So yeah. So from here, I will create a new project. So probably let's open one project. This is let's open this one. It was a sample that I used yesterday. Okay. Everything started. VocalCat. Let's add this MCP. Now it's an MCP server. Let's see if that's true. Still doesn't add, but okay. Let's do it. So let's put a nice name, VocalCat local, and then it's gonna be something like MCP. Let's try to start that. That was also confusing. I think because MCP when it started you can execute like local command line, and now it is really wants you to. Now we can use servers. So okay, it said that it's running, but it didn't take any tool. Why? Let's see. Show output. Oh, now we have an error. Fetch fail. Oh yeah, so that's the thing. We need to have like the local host without the SSL. Now with the local host, no SSL, it actually will work. This is the thing that I was saying, that I need to figure out how to make sure that in local I can get the SSH key. So, but yeah, with the streaming, it's just getting serious. Maybe I should stop the music. No?
Reflejan el alma de una antigua pertenencia, con sus patadas desgastadas por el tiempo.
Alright. see. We'll attempt to fall back to legacy SSC status sending message. We can also see the logs in the other part. Oh, it let's see, what are the logs? Yeah, so it responded. The message was responded properly. Discovered 2 tools. Can you see that? That's amazing. So here you actually discovered 2 tools. So, and here, those are the tools. So now if I go here, I'll remove this. You can see my 2 tools from VocalCat here: create content and get social accounts. Now these are the stops, right? Remember that we have in my MCP tools nothing, like the social accounts, and then in the content it's not doing anything, but it's just saying that it's adding content. But let's just work with that, and let's just pretend that it's actually working to show you the nice thing. So I will open a new chat and say, hey, give me my social accounts. Then it's working. It's connecting to Cloud 3.7. Yes, I can select GPT 4.0, and it's still working. Yeah, so it is fetching the social accounts and say, do you want to use this MCP? And I say yes, and then it's answering like in an agent mode, right? So these are the 4 accounts, and I will say yes, create content for all the social accounts using the an explanation of what is in program.s. So this is where the power comes from, right? So you're working with your agent and anything, and then says, oh, you know what? I can create content from this, and it will just send in the payload, create content, and yeah, so it is creating a lot of content. Actually, that's cool, but I don't know, maybe I am spamming, and it says just create content successfully. So that's how we are gonna work. Now let's make sure that actually that works. If that is something that we can do in real life, that will be amazing. All right, so get social accounts. Let's jump to create content, and this needs to have something about authentication. But for now, we are not gonna authenticate. So let me go to VocalCat and do this only for my my local one. Even the internet is slow. Let me see, what is my Wi-Fi? Should I change of Wi-Fi? I don't know. Sometimes this computer, no, it is fine. Okay, but it's just slow loading everything. Let me check my task management. Okay, so VocalCat, I have this. I will grab my ID, and I will show this administration part for security purposes. Who is using more CPU? Who is the guilty? This is what I like, Linux more. And then this is my user, OBS Studio. Yeah, maybe I just need to add some more memory, because memory is 86%. Microsoft Edge. Yeah. All right. So let's hardcode that. So create content, user ID is gonna be my user ID, and then because I am in VocalCat, yes, I can just create content, and I believe I have a service. Create content service. Yeah, create content service. What does it need? Generate and something. Let's see who used this. this is my Razor page. Save content. Let's go to that method. Oh, I guess you can just create the content and then just insert the content. Okay, so I will just do that. Probably here I need like a new design pattern to avoid copying and pasting, but for now that's fine. Like I need that repository pattern or something. Let's go to here. Okay, so of course content, this will require to use, even the autocomplete is slow. That's just mind-blowing because I use this computer every day and it's just never have been like this. I'm suppose it's just the OBS. So if you want to buy me a new computer, yes please. Of course that's a joke, unless it is not. Core models, that is the name. Core models. And then let's just, I have the database already. Yes. Okay, so let's do this. Content, new content. So here is title, content, body. What else? Labels. No, I don't need labels. New content, and then let's put the title. Guess the content type. Let's just not put content type. Not put anything. Let's go to the most basic thing. Content. No labels. The owner is important in my system. And this is gonna be the user ID. And then I won't copy to the any social accounts yet. I won't analyze the content yet. And I will just insert this. I have this service already, which is the database. And then I have the content ID. Then content ID. The workspace ID, I will put it on user ID. So in VocalCat, you can have different workspaces in case that you have social accounts for your company, for other kind of things. Yeah, so this looks good. I don't need to do this. Typo here. Oh, this typo here. All right, I'm not sure if this is gonna work if I don't restart the server. But let's just figure it out. Yeah, so this doesn't hot reload the server, so let's just figure out. Let's go here to the program and say, hey, create one content about this page, but just one. Yeah, post to VocalCat. Oh, probably I need to restart the server because now, as you can see here, there is the payload, but this was an old specification on the MCP tool. I will restart this tool and just to see if the text changes. Let's see. Let me run this. No. All right, it's fine. Let me stop the service and start again. So what I'm guessing is that it didn't get the hot reload because this is a tool that gets added in the program here. So I'm guessing it just gets cached there, or it does like reflection, and it only happens in a startup time. It doesn't happen after after startup. So probably it won't work. Again, this is gonna take a while. Let me show you VocalCat. Let's see if someone is there. If not, yeah, there are 3 people in LinkedIn. So look, this is cool. Like for example, this is something that I posted yesterday in my Substack and in my blog. So in this Substack, I talk about how there was some cool event that I went, but then they, in the Mural team, show some exciting features about AI, but there were some more basic features that I wanted to see. So VocalCat automatically imported that, and I have several social accounts here, and it imported like the image, it imported like the whole thing. Now I will optimize for Blue Sky, for example. Oh, it actually automatically optimized it for Blue Sky, and as you can see, it's slightly different than the main post. It is still the same style, so that's what I like. Like it just maintained the same style, but it is in a thread mode. It talks about different things, and then you can just click publish now. Let me go Instagram. It didn't optimize to Instagram. To Mastodon. I will show you how to, like for LinkedIn. Yeah, so I mean, you can optimize automatically, it import automatically, so you can focus in what matters most, like is your content. So I can go back to my content. It imports everything. It imports even my YouTube videos here, and you can just write your video and then import that, and it will auto post to the all different platforms. So now let's go back to the MCP, and I will show you once that this gets posted. Let's actually refresh. Let's see if it got posted. Not yet. Okay. So server restarted. Let's go here. Let's restart my MCP connection. Discover 2 tools. New chat. All right. So create content for this file. Say how I like the humor from James. I think it's James the name. And post to VocalCat. Seems there's an issue with creating the content. Let me correct it and post something to VocalCat. Oh, create a title and content and post it to VocalCat. Why? It's description. Oh, I see. You can add the description for each one of the features. That's cool. So let me go to my code and see the MCP. Okay. So the title of the content. the main content body. I don't know, do you think that that's enough? Probably. Let's see if this does magic or not. Restarting. Let me go to my Monkey Tools. Monkey Tools is my project. Yes. MCP error terminated. Nice. Okay. Let's go back to VocalCat just to see if it goes posted. How many tabs? Yeah, so from that post on Substack got automatically imported, automatically optimized. You can automatically post. I didn't do that because I like to review everything, and you can see here how it like did it in a different way. My whole post, it is like a huge post, and then for each one it adds like the tags and everything. So this is what Gen AI can be used for. Like it is not it is just rewriting my stuff, but it's trying to maintain the same style. And then I am adding a disclaimer. This was auto-generated because I don't want people to think that that was written exactly by me. All right, so let's see if the server restarted. No, it is still there. All right, let me check. We're almost up time. I won't get much done. Okay, it is there. Okay, now here. Okay, restart. Send in message. Running. Okay. So let's create a new chat. What is this file about? Files and entry point for the application. All right. Get my social accounts. Let's test if the other method that is hard coded it actually works. VocalCat, yeah. Continue. Social accounts are okay. Okay. Create content explaining this file, how cool it is, and post it to VocalCat. Seems that there is an issue, but what is the issue? What is the issue? How do you debug that? Tools input format. Yeah, it requires a title and content body. So for title, make something up. The tool is still rejecting the input. Okay. Any additional requirements for the payload? Huh. Why is rejecting the input? Because it is still thinking that, okay, let me add as a new server. Let me remove this. Just add a new server. This is my new VocalCat. Okay, create a content in my social networks. Here's the things that when you go to production, you need to figure out, like that I love to learn, like in production, how you do it, how you debug this, like where do you get all these messages. It's a persistent issue with the tools format. What is the tool format? Get social accounts, input a schema. Okay, we have the input schema here. Create new content to share. Input title, create content, type string, content body, type string, require title, content body. Tools input format. Can you clarify how the content should be structured for posting social news? Just a title like hey dude and content body like something. Specific payload property, but that's not true. Not anymore. Why does it say that? Okay, let me try to add to here. That is not true. There is some cache there that is driving me crazy. So let me add that to a new part. Now it's checking, discovering tools. All right, so create content and post it to my social media. I need music. Super. All right, this is better. So there was a caching issue with my MCP server on my GitHub Copilot. Stop. So okay, let's see something cool about VocalCat. What it is? Maybe this. Okay. Analyze this method, find something interesting, and post it to my social accounts. This looks like an agent. Like, let me take a closer look at the code. Then let me check the import post model to understand the structure better. I feel I am using a lot of trees and water here in each one of the calls, but I need to be prepared. Code base? Why is doing all of that? Claude. Do you think that if I use GPT-4 it's gonna be faster? All right, let's look to the samples. In the meanwhile, it's taking a lot. Echo tool, sample LLM tool. Yeah, this actually has different like prompt and max tokens. That seems like it's just looping. Yeah, this, I mean, we are doing stuff right. Probably we need to add a cancellation token. Looks right. No, don't do all of that. Don't do all of that. Okay. Tell me one interesting thing about this file to post in my social networks. Is social media or is social networks? I don't know. So how extracts images? Would you like to grab this? Yes. All right, this is better. Content body and title. Yes, continue. Crafted and posted. Okay, ID, yes. So this is great because it just means that actually it did it. So let's try to look at VocalCat. Let me go to my content. Wow. So this content comes from GitHub Copilot that was integrated with VocalCat. So that's the first method that gets integrated. Did you know? Has a clear fallback for extracting images from RSS feeds. If an image rules this kind of content. I mean, it's not that bad. What happens if I just optimize for LinkedIn? Okay, I mean, it's not something that I will maybe post because it was a test, but I love this. I think I can integrate VocalCat with that. So cool. I think we just need those two methods for now. So let me go to MCP tools and then let me make sure that I actually implement this get social account tool. So the DB service probably has something like get social accounts for account. Okay, yeah, this one. Yeah. So let me just do this for social accounts and put the user ID here. DB service. I need to await it and then return it. Okay, this is good. So give me my social accounts. I'm not sure again if I need to restart the server. Probably I need to. Let's see. No. Okay, let me restart the server. So once that I restart the server, the MCP probably goes down. Yes, here you can see error loading one tool. This is cool. Honestly, I love this. I love that this was created from the GitHub Copilot, from my code. So I love it. One notification. Not just, yeah, someone. Yeah, someone agreed with me. I love when someone agrees. That's good for my ego. No, but yeah, I mean that was a thing. Why Microsoft we were using more mural than whiteboard? I don't know. But it's a thing. So I have 6 more minutes. Thank you everybody. Thank for my 5 viewers for connecting. I just want to make sure that this actually works. But yeah, so it got connected. It got connected to the VocalCat. We have these 2 MCP tools, I think the next thing is gonna be the authentication. How can I authenticate? From the GitHub Copilot to VocalCat, because now I am just hard coding the user ID. VocalCat already provides an API key, so I'm gonna use that. So if I go to settings, and this is something that Brian was used for integration with Meet Near Me. You have a client ID and client secret, so probably I can just put that. And then in many of the samples, so let me show you. This is in many of the samples of the model context protocol in the servers, there is a description of how to provide that API. So servers. So for example, let's say that I use Brave Search. I don't know what's Brave Search, but that sounds very brave. Yeah, so in your configuration you put your Brave API key. So I just need to make sure how did you, oh, but this is a command. So what if it's remote? Servers, Brave Search, Docker. Maybe I need to pass like an authentication token. Anyway, that's something that we'll figure out tomorrow. Let's just make sure that again, retrieve the social accounts. Oh, I need to start the server. Yes. Nice. See, this is coming from VocalCat. So it's telling me you have the Substack, the YouTube, Blue Sky, Instagram, Mastodon, Threads, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok. So I can the next time I can just create content and say, hey, create this content and post it automatically to LinkedIn and Instagram from the VS Code, from the agent mode. While and this is something that I really need, because sometimes I am coding or stuff and it's like, oh, this is something very interesting to share. And you know, when you are creating content, you need to go out, craft something, like get the code and everything. But I can just, if I just think something, I can just say, hey, post it. And even if I don't post it, because in VocalCat I can schedule stuff, I can just say, hey, create this content and schedule it for posting tomorrow, right? So I love it. I think this is great. So I'm getting closer to an actual MCP server tool in my production SSA software. Tomorrow I'm gonna work in the authentication, and thank you very much for watching, and see you tomorrow. If you like this, just post something.